Good morning, guys. Today's day 8 of the prayer challenge. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about faith. So let's start and open our Bibles in 2 Corinthians 5:7. This says, "We live by faith and not by sight." Romans 10:17 also says, "Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word of Christ." James 2:17 says, So you see, faith by itself isn't enough unless it produces good deeds. It is dead and useless. Hebrews 11 also is the faith chapter. I really love that chapter, and I turn to that in times when I doubt like everything. And I'm like, God, why is this happening in my life? So I'm going to read to you a couple segments of Hebrews 11, and please feel free after this to just read Hebrews 11 because I just find it encouraging. So let's see. I'm starting on verse 1, and I'll tell you where I'll pick up. Now faith is being sure of what we hope for, and certain of what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. Also verse 8. By faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive in his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. By faith he made his home in the promised land, like a stranger in the foreign country. He lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, who were heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city with foundations, whose architect and builder is God. By faith Abraham, even though he was past age and Sarah herself was barren, were enabled to become a father because he considered him faithful, who had made the promise. And so from this one man, and he was as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sand on the seashore. And then also in verse 32. And what more shall I say? I do not have time to tell you about Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel, and the prophets, who through faith conquered kingdoms, administrated justice, and gained what was promised, who shut the mouths of lions, who quenched the fury of the flames, and escaped the edge of the sword, whose weakness was turned into strength, and who became powerful in battle and rooted foreign armies. Women received back their dead, raised to life again. Others were tortured and refused to be released, so that they might gain a better resurrection. So, as I said, I find this passage really encouraging. Just looking at like everything that God has done in the past through other people, and looking at that and how we can apply that to our lives. We all have something we want to accomplish. We all have goals that are always told, and we are always told to dream big. But where's the line between just saying it and actually making it reality? Having faith. Having faith is essential in our walk with Jesus, but having faith and showing that we have faith are two completely different things. Anyone can say, I have faith, but if we are not ready to prove that we do, what good is it anyway? Ultimately, hearing the word initiates faith, and speaking the word activates faith. Doing the word demonstrates faith. So as you pray today, please pray for these 3 things. For your own faith, ask God to reveal where your faith is at this point in your life. Ask God to reveal where in your life faith needs to be seen in action, not just in talk. Also, for the courage and faith to do whatever it is that God is calling you to do. I encourage you to pray these things today over your life, and also write them down if you want. Read Hebrews 11 again. Also pray these things over your life. Also, guys, I have to show you my socks. Very important. I don't know if I can turn my camera around, but here they are. All right, that's it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.